Hi and welcome back to the channel. We're continuing Chernobyl, episode 4, The Happiness of All Mankind. The last one was a really tough watch. It just gutted us. It was so emotional and yeah, we're just so into this series now. It's simply amazing. And something else that is amazing is just you guys and your reactions. The amount of views and comments and likes, especially on these Chernobyl videos, I don't know what to say. It's just, we can't believe it, and thank you so much everybody who's been watching us so far. It really means the world to us. Yeah. Whew, but I think we're just gonna get into the episode. This is probably gonna be a very tough one as well. There was a lot of things they had to do, or they have to do to try to better this situation, and there was a lot of tough decisions and maybe some animals they have to put down, and yeah, it's gonna be tough, but are you ready? Yes.
So I should leave now? Because of something I cannot see at all? No.
Good choice then. Oh. Jeez. She obviously don't want to leave. Oh, you shut the cow? Heard about this, like a lot of, like the elderly, they didn't want to leave, and some of them are still there, or at least they came back.
We use remote control bulldozers in Afghanistan.
Too early. They'll fall right through.
So then,
Moon Rose.
Lunar cards STR1s.
what about this large section here?
Masha. 12,000 Ronkin.
If you were to stand there in full protective gear head to toe for 2 minutes, your life expectancy would be cut in half. By 3 minutes, you're dead within months. Even our lunar rovers won't work on Masha.
What do we do?
Exactly.
That's what we wanted to ask you.
Precedented situation. Of course, no one has answers.
Bachu. Pavel.
Was?
What unit were you in?
Yeah.
They had me in Modapu in Kiev, but then they...
Not this bullshit.
Yes, it
In
is.
Afghanistan.
I wasn't in Afghanistan.
He's with me. You understand? Nobody fucks with him. We do animal control.
Animal control.
Yeah, they're radioactive. So they have to go. But it's not hard. They're mostly pets. They're happy to see you. They run right up to you. Bang.
No.
Load the bodies on a truck.
I'm
Dump
not
them
sure
in
I
a
can
pit.
watch this.
Bury them in concrete. And then we drink.
I'm not sure I can watch
As
this.
much vodka as you want.
She can have that one.
Big help. Big help.
Thank you, comrade.
Do you think that's what we put on the moon? Not that one. I know, not that one.
Can we move it?
It's not gonna work at all.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hey, what's that? It's mine.
Like they're becoming like real friends, buddies.
So everything's my fault then? Is that what this is?
I'm not here to blame you. I'm here to find out what happened.
Find
And
the
whether you
truth.
realize it or not, I'm your best chance to avoid a bullet.
Come on, dear love.
Trust her.
Well, you think the right question will get you the truth. Ask the bosses whatever you want, you'll get the lie. I will get the bullet.
Well, we know he did. But, yeah, get the tissues ready, hon.
I only have 2 rules. 1, don't point this gun at me. That's easy, right? You can point it at this piece of shit. I don't give a fuck. 2, don't let them suffer. Or I'll kill you. Understand?
Yes.
I mean it. Once we start, they'll run inside where they feel safe. So we go door to door. Okay? Good.
Yeah, I would not be able to do this at all.
Kill it. You have to
You
kill
have,
it.
You have to not let it suffer.
Don't let them suffer.
Sorry. Sorry.
You're dragging that to the truck.
He needs to learn. You need to be able to close off a part of yourself or something like this.
You put a bullet in someone. You're not you anymore. But then you wake up the next morning and you're still you. And you realize that was you all along. You just didn't know.
That's a terrifying thought.
The happiness of all mankind.
Oh.
Germans.
Reverse one.
Wow.
Not even German technology
There is a
works.
signal.
Tell fucking Gorbachev! Tell him!
The official position of the state is that a global nuclear catastrophe is not possible in the Soviet Union. They told the Germans that the highest detected level of radiation was 2,000 Roentgen. They gave them the propaganda number.
That's not gonna
The
help.
robot was never going to work. You need a new phone.
Yep.
The Americans.
If the Americans had that kind of technology, do you really think they'd give it to us? And even if they would, the Central Committee would never stoop to us. You know it, I know it.
Yeah.
There are no robots.
It has to be people.
Where do they get their food?
They eat the chickens. And they eat each other.
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
Oh!
Yeah.
Let's go outside.
What are they eating?
Chicken.
Go.
Над моею головой ты добычи не добьешься. Что ж ты вьешься над моею головой?
Because of the nature of the working area, you will each have no more than 90 seconds to solve this problem. From this opening, then turning to the left and entering the workspace here. Take care not to stumble.
That was
There's
real
a hole in
footage,
the
I think.
roof. Take care not to fall.
Yes.
Stop. Oh no.
Vasily Ignatenko.
Oh.
They've been looking in on his widow. She gave birth. They said the radiation would have killed the mother, but the baby absorbed it instead. Her baby. We live in a country where children have to die to save their mothers. To hell with your deal. To hell with our lives. Someone has to start telling the truth.
That's what Legasov is going to do, you think? So, that was the 4th episode, the next to last. And it was another tough one, as we predicted. It's always, for us at least, very hard to watch like anything with animals getting hurt or killed, even though in this situation, or in this case, it was necessary, of course. Doesn't make it any less horrifying what they had to do. And as I mentioned, like, you have to be able to close something off in yourself to find the willpower to do this, I'm sure, because
It's like your brain just goes to automatic pilot when you have to kill another living being. And the whole situation, or the whole story that Fares character
yeah,
told with his first kill, that was actually a human being. I cannot even imagine how
that
terrible.
how that must feel. Yeah, it's yeah, just the thought of hurting another living creature like that is just in that way is just almost beyond my comprehension, at least, because I would be able to do that. As far as I know, of course, we don't know what we're capable of until pushed to the absolute limits. But still, I imagine I wouldn't be able to do something like that. And of course, it's not like there's like a distinction between animal lives and human lives or anything like that for us. It's just animals are innocent. These dogs are as innocent as any creature can be. They only have they only want to be loved and love. And yeah, this is one quite nice quote. I don't really remember where it was from. I actually think it was a child who said it, actually, that as an answer to the question, like, why dogs don't live as long as human beings. And it's because we as humans, we need a lot of time to learn how to be good to each other and how to be good moral people and kind and treat each other with love. And dogs, they're born with that. They don't need time to learn that. They already do. So they're not here for as long as we are. Which, it's a beautiful thought. You okay?
Yeah. It's just been so tense that I've been kind of swallowing my emotions, and yeah, so I guess I'm letting them loose a little by little. So
you can do that.
Yeah, but the thing I want to highlight is the but it's the actors and the actresses of this series, especially in these last 2 episodes, because with the minor chief.
Chief.
Yeah, he was amazing, and now with the Faris character, I think they put some sort of human depth into the show by portraying these smaller characters.
Even the minor characters, they have a huge amount of depth to them, like as characters, and his rules and stuff like that. Like he wouldn't want them to suffer. Like you cannot
That's
let them suffer.
So important.
Yes.
It's like whenever you have to work with animals, both in a scientific environment, but also in just if you have to work with animals, period, you need to be certain about this. You need to know this for sure. That if an animal is suffering, you need to end it.
You have to be able to put it down.
Yeah, and you have to overcome that.
And you have to be able to live with it as well.
And that's just your own choice, because you really need to know that that's how it's supposed to be, because animals should not suffer, people should not suffer.
No one should suffer, of course. It happens nonetheless, and I'm sure like everybody involved in this who tried to make this whole thing better, this big catastrophe, I'm sure everybody did their utmost to handle the situation in the best way possible, and especially with these the guys and people who had to put down the animals, they did what they had to do, but it must have been so hard, because even as they describe, like it's just pets, so they're gonna be they're gonna come up to you because they're used to people treating them like their pets, so they won't see anything bad in you at all. And then this whole thing in the end about her baby, it was something we knew beforehand, actually, because I think it was in one of the comments. It's okay, even though it's a spoiler. But it's still, that's unimaginable as well. Like a child, even before it's born, giving its life for its mother unwillingly like that. And then the mom having to keep going on with her life after something like that. Yikes. Yeah, they're just upping the ante, and like for each episode right now, it's getting more and more tense. The actors, the characters are getting more and more tense in this situation.
Frustrated. They are getting desperate. We saw the fall, like a decline of spirit in Shabina, with the whole breakdown where he smashed the phone. And he's now on the brink, on the absolute verge of desperation. He's on his breaking point, I think, because this cannot be easy.
Yeah, because he's in charge of he has to fix this huge catastrophe, or try to fix it at least, and he's having a very hard go of it, because there are roadblocks everywhere, and it's mostly because of the system and the politics and all the secrecy that they have to keep their secrets from because it is the Cold War. And yeah, it must be really hard being in charge of this whole situation, and Legasov thinking about in the end the whole should I tell the truth, no matter the cost, even though it might cost me my own life and the life of my loved ones and everything I hold dear. The truth is worth it, or is it? That's up to him. I have a feeling he's gonna trying to get the truth out there.
Yeah, and I think it's very important that he gets the truth out, because as she said, there are like 16 more reactors.
RBMK reactors, yeah. And they need to know how to handle this if it happens again, because otherwise it's just, it's gonna be the same situation again.
All over the Soviet Union, so
yeah,
we are very happy that something didn't happen like that.
Yes.
And also, that was what I wanted to say. We are very grateful of the sacrifices of these people.
Yeah,
because I do not want to believe or want to think about what would happen if they haven't sacrificed themselves. Even the whole floor thing.
Oh, the miners?
The miners, yeah. Where it didn't collapse, but there was still a very high chance, or no, it's not chance, it's risk.
Yeah.
Very high risk of polluting the groundwater.
Yeah, it was this there was a high risk of the core melting down into these tanks, and fortunately it didn't happen. But the miners were still heroes for doing this because the risk was there. So they had to do something about it, because if it had melted through, then I don't even want to think about what would have happened.
Exactly.
Exactly. The sacrifices of everybody involved.
They're truly heroic.
Truly heroic, and it's like we're all in huge debt to these people. Right, you have anything more to add, honey?
Thank you for all your comments about your relation to this story, to this accident. Either if you were there, or if you had any relatives, or if you have any...
Know anyone who were involved or anything.
Or remember the time.
Yeah, it's very interesting to read, although there are some sad stories, of course, but it's still very interesting to read. So thank you so much for commenting.
And we read everything, don't you worry.
Yes, we do. Right, I think that was it for this episode, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye.